Welcome back to Turbo Drive Live Let's Plays Hotel Dusk playthrough with your narrator and amateur voice actor extraordinaire, or de-extraordinaire. I don't know what's the opposite. What's the opposite of extraordinaire? I don't know. Lackey, I guess. I don't know. Yes, I here with chapter 6. Chapter 6. Yes. Of Hotel Dusk, room 215. So we're actually halfway through the game now, so that's good, you know. So, and I know last week's episode, last week's chapter was very, very short, even with the detour that I made. But you know, sometimes chapters are short, sometimes they're not, sometimes they're, you know, a little bit in long hours. I do just want to do it, you know, a chapter per week. You know, it's kind of like a TV show, essentially. You know, it's like I want to keep you in suspense. Yeah. No, that's jazz. Yes. Like repeating my lines. But yeah. So last time we left off, we finished off chapter 5. We finally confronted who was it? Was it Jeff Angel or something? I don't know. I've forgotten his first name, but his last name's not Angel. But but yeah, we confronted the guy about the money and the gun and all that jazz. So he's like slapped by us. So now that we've finished all that, we're gonna reward ourselves with a nice drink. So let us do that. So I'm getting my gamepad here, or DS even, and let's continue from our save file. So here we go. I like those fast loadings. Yeah. Very simple. Anyway, chapter 6. 28th of December 1979, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. So, on we go. 9 o'clock. The bar's open. Hell, I cleared up that mess with Angel. Might as well celebrate with a drink. A nice bourbon will do me just fine. Ah, damn it. Phone again. Why does this always ring at the most inappropriate times? Here we go. Hey, sweetie. Hiya, gorgeous. That's it. He's like, one of these days he's just gotta pick up the phone in a more inappropriate manner. Anyway. Well, you seem to be feeling better. Listen, Ed's back. I'll put him through. Time to get all gruffy. Hard? It's Ed. What's the good word? Lewis and me had a little chat about his pal, Danny. I'm listening. Lewis wasn't involved in the murder, and he didn't make off with the cash either. Yeah? So who iced him? Bradley. What? Seems Bradley was working with Niall under the name of Jay. Jay? That's a hell of an alias. I mean, he could have called himself John or Jeff or Jack. You know, something a little more fitting to that actual letter. Kind of weird. Sorry, I said my voice is kind of breaking up. Lewis and Danny had a meet. Sorry, come on, John. Use your words. Use the word. Read the words on the screen and say it out loud. I know you failed English and say it doesn't matter. You can still read. You're not dyslexic. Spitting on this screen as well, Jesus. Lewis and Danny had a I want to say meeting, but it's meat. You know. Yeah. Lewis and Danny had a meet scheduled, but Bradley crashed the party. Well, I'll be damned. He blew Danny away, then took a painting the kid had swiped from Niles' hideout. Bradley also got the money Danny was using to close the deal. Niles' money. This was 3 years back, right before I met Bradley on the docks. At least that's Lewis' story. For what it's worth, I think he's playing me straight. Makes sense. Keep talking. I told Lewis I was still on the hunt for Bradley. He put 2 and 2 together and told me everything. Now he wants to help out. Keeps saying we're partners. Ha! Revenge makes strange bedfellows. Yeah, there's more. When I checked in, I heard a guy with my name had stayed here. Happened about 6 months back. Anyway, I searched the room the guy stayed in and found a lighter. Oh yeah? Yeah, it's a lighter I remember well, if you follow. You're telling me Bradley stayed in that hotel? That what you're thinking? Could be. Uh-huh. You're thinking you can pick up on his trail? Stranger things have happened. Tell me something, Hyde. Why are you still chasing this ghost? He's no ghost. You hate him, that it? Ed, Hell, I understand. Bradley was your partner, your friend. One day he double crosses you, and the world gets a little bit colder. So you trail him to the docks and give him the lead kiss. That's not. And when his mug doesn't turn up, and all the other floaters in the Hudson, you go after him again. Even losing the badge can't stop you. Hate like that eats a man alive. It isn't hate, Ed. Never was. I just need to know why he did what he did. Why he sold me out. Bradley had a reason. I know it. So you say. Ed? Yeah? I didn't expect much when you sent me to this hole. But what I found tonight with Lewis and Bradley, you still think it's coincidence? Of course it is! Of course! Don't you know anything about detective work? Oh dear. Totally doing in my vocal cords there. Oh god. What the hell? What the hell? Why is this voice actor so crap? Can't keep a tone. What else could it be? Yeah, maybe. Hey, I heard you've been putting Rachel through the paces. Having her do research on some dead painter. What's the story? One of the guests keeps talking about a painter. Things called Angel opening a door. Supposed to be worth a fortune. Rachel says it was pinched from art museum 3 years ago. Let me guess. You think it's the painting Bradley stole? Just a hunch. A hunch, huh? Been a long time since I been a long time since I heard you say that. Your little Denono reunion would get the cop instincts flowing again. I'm just guessing my neighbors downstairs are just going, what the hell is he going on about? Oh no, he's talking to himself again. This ain't good. It's not like that.
You just what?
I know this sounds nuts, but I don't care. There's something about this place, Ed. I know it. Something here is going to lead me to Bradley.
Huh? You really believe that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, Hyde. I'll give you one last night to follow this. But if nothing shakes loose tonight, it's time to hang it up. I ain't gonna watch this thing ruin your damn life.
I don't have much of a life to ruin, Ed.
Alright, enough of this. Let's talk business. Remember those items I asked you to find? Well, I may need you to hand them over to the client directly.
Sure.
I'll ring you later.
Bradley. Oh well. So that'll come into play later on in the playthroughs. Us taking those items and handing them directly to the client. Kind of weird though, but hey. Alright, so let's go to the restaurant area. And down the hall here we have the bar. Forgot what it was called again. Bar. Yes, I could see that game. That was a black bar that you used there. With text in the middle. Haha. Anyway. So, this is the bar. Yo, Hyde! Get over here! Welcome to the 7 Stars, my man! Oh, dear. Oh, bless me. Oh, dear. Yeah, Sorry. Oh, jeez. Sorry, I've been sneezing all weekend. Well, granted, I wasn't sneezing during Turbo Drive Live, which was a godsend, but still. Ugh, Jesus. Anyway. I prefer my bar staff to be prettier, but I guess you'll do. Now why you want to go and hurt my feelings like that? Ain't no one else could look this good behind the counter. Hope you tend the bar better than you deliver packages. Let me tell you a secret, my man. This here is here. Hey. I don't know where I'm going. This here is the best place in the whole hotel. Almost every job old man Dunning makes me do is a total drag. Makes me want to take a long walk and just keep on walking, you dig? Except this one, brother. I could stand here all day. Excuse me. So what do you think? What do you think? Beauty of a bar, ain't she? Yeah. The bar's a she? Really? Okay. Not bad. Damn straight. So come on, Hyde. Take a load off your feet. What's your poison? Bourbon. Make it a double. Coming right up. I take a seat at the end of the bar. Hyde, my man. You got no idea what Lewis has in store for you. This, my brother, this is an 8-year bourbon from the grasslands of Kentucky. And it's on me. Lewis sets my drink on the counter and leaves me to peace. Or leaves me in peace even. Good man. I swirl the deep amber around the glass and listen to the music of the ice. It smells of good earth, with hint of charcoal dancing around the edges. Charcoal? Really? Didn't think charcoal was ever used in drinks that way. first sip is a slow burn. Still, I sit for a moment, letting the fire spread through me. Very, very descriptive, obviously, this game's dialogue. Ain't it just? Hey, you okay? Oh, he's fine. He said, look at that smile. Ha ha ha! Oh, my brother, my brother! Been forever since I seen a cat enjoy a drink so much. Been a long time since I had an 8-year. Thanks, Lewis. Hey, you're the cat that made my day. Feel like the best barman in LA now. Say hi. I don't mean to interrupt your quiet time or nothing. But we got us a jukebox in the corner where if you want some drinking tunes. Oh, and see those matches on the shelf over there? My work, man. Matches by Louis DiNono. Check him out when you got a sec. It's a trip. Oh, and there's something else. I got a clue. There's something else I got to clue you in on. Spill it. It's about the cat that was here 6 months ago. The one with your name? Yeah, so the day he stayed here, me and Rosa were both out. So what's the story? Don't know. Ask him to say. I think this one now obviously is quite crucial to answer because you need to follow up on this. Dunn gave you the day off? For real, man. Rosa too. Days where me and Rosa both catch a break are pretty rare. I don't think old Rosa was even supposed to get that day off. But I guess Dunning got his wires crossed cause she was out of here too. So yeah, me and Rosa both missed out on seeing that guy's face. Total drag. If that guy was really your amigo Bradley, then he's got some kind of luck. If I'd have been there, I would have killed him. Well, I think it's that. Would have killed him on the spot for what he did to Danny. And no one's been in 217 since that day, right? That's right. Alright, so let's follow up on these questions. You have a jukebox and it works? I know, unbelievable, right? Ain't the newest model or nothing, but it gives the old bar some class. What's the song gotta cost me? We don't charge for music. Things free as can be. You see a song you like, just give it a spin. And I think the jukeboxes are kind of like a sound test, kind of like access. So, yeah, I believe so anyway. So tell me about these matches of yours. Dig it, man. Label's a custom DiNono original. Before I came, the place didn't even have matches. Sorry, I emphasized on the wrong word there. It's a have matches. So Dunning's the only one who saw this mystery man? You got it. Hey, why don't I show you the boss a photo of Bradley? I'm sure the old coot could tell if he was the mystery guest or not. Yeah? Works for me. Dig it, man. I'll just show him the photo like it's no big deal and see what he says. Leave it to me, my man. The plan will go down smooth as that bourbon. Thanks, Lewis. You know, I don't get this, Hyde. Say the guy was staying here really was Bradley. I mean, why did he come here? What was he thinking? Guy must have had some reason for coming here, yeah? I don't know, Lewis. I can't figure that out. I never drink, my man? Yeah. Hit me again. Not literally. So. Someone's here. Oh, hey! Welcome to the 7 Stars, ma'am. Just take a seat anywhere you want. It's the old gal from upstairs. What can I get you? What a... what a nice young man. I'll have a gimlet, if you please. And remember, a real gimlet is half gin and half lime juice. And nothing else. I think my old woman voice is kind of gone. Right, okay, let's check around here. Now, I believe if we check the side... yeah, there we go. Come on. Yeah, there's a sticker on the jukebox and plus 47. So, let's get my notebook out. And plus 47. Cool. There we go. So those are the 7 numbers in our playthrough. Every going back to the last chapter, we had there's a mini, kind of like an option. I believe it's an optional thing with the vending machine. So we got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers, each with their own kind of like corresponding kind of like values to it. So obviously, and it's always different for every playthrough apparently. So in this playthrough, this is our set and nothing more. So we got plus 16, minus 39, plus 48, minus 54, plus 53, minus 28, and plus 47. So basically, we'll add up the plus numbers, and then and when we add up all the plus numbers, we'll take that value to the rest. So what I'll do, well, I'll do that later. Obviously, we'll calculate that later. But right now, we got some things to do. So, but let's check the jukebox. And here we go. This is the, thing. Yo, spinning some tunes? What you got? So yeah, this is the sound test and all that. So, and of course there are some that are questioned out, which are songs that haven't been played through the main game yet. Basically, when you play through the game first time, all the songs are available to play. So. Yeah, so we'll keep it. Yeah, sorry, I always like this one. So, and then of course the song continues to play while we're here. So. Alright, so let's talk to Helen. And a good evening to... Sorry. And a good evening to you, Mr. Hyde. Are you down here all by yourself? Yeah. I drink alone. Less hassle that way. Oh, I couldn't agree more. But tell me, what are you drinking this evening? I'm a man of habit. First one's always a bourbon. And I let the others take care of themselves. My stars! Spending a Friday evening chatting with a fine bourbon-drinking gentleman. I can't even remember the last time I did something like this. Goodness, it takes me back. It truly does. So, you have family? No, I'm all alone. And you, Mr. Hyde? Same story. No family, no ties. I'll tell you something, though. This is the first time I ever spent the last Friday of the year in a hotel bar. And the first one I spent with a fine gimlet drinking lady like yourself. Oh, he's the smooth talker. This one, Kyle Hyde. Oh, Mr. Hyde, you certainly are a charmer. Now that I think about it, you said something when I first saw you. You wanted to stay in the whole room that grants wishes, right? That is correct. There's a wish of mine that simply must come true, no matter what. That's why I came to this hotel, you see? Come on, you really believe that fairy tale? And is it such a shame if I do believe it, Mr. Hyde? Sorry. Perhaps the fairy tale nature of the story makes me more inclined to believe it, Alright, so let's question her on a couple of things. You always been alone? Oh, no, not always. There was a time when I had someone in my life. A lot can happen when you live as long as I have. And who was that? So you had family once? Not everything you hoped. Not everything. Not everything you hoped it would be. Oh no, it's nothing like that. It's just. Well, it's all in the past. You see, nothing interesting to speak of. You don't want to talk about it? I'll mind my business and my drink. Just thought hearing about you in your heyday might be kind of interesting. Okay, so let's talk about what's her wishes. And as I say that, this line comes. So what's this wish of yours? Now, Mr. Hyde, that's my secret. All people have at least one genuine wish in their hearts, don't you think? But you never really hear about such things because they are so personal. Not the kind of thing you'd just give away to anyone. Don't you agree? Sorry to keep you waiting. We got a gimlet for the beautiful young lady. Oh, what a rascal you are. Oh, and bartender? I'd like to order this man a bourbon. Coming right up. Lewis heads down the bar. Now, Mr. Hyde, how would you like to play a little game with me? Just to pass the time until your bourbon comes. Sorry, I'm kind of stuck to it. I just love it with Kyle. Obviously, in the game, they have the last animation that they have stuck until the character speaks again. And of course, Kyle has not said anything since. What was it? Since Lewis came around with the drink and whatnot. And he's just. Mirror image, isn't it? It's hilarious. There we go. He's normal, people. Everyone's fine. Kyle's fine. He's good. I'm not much for games. You're in one, damn it. Oh, but you'd like this one. It's more of a trick, really. Now, just give me a moment to set this up. Alright, I think that should do it. Now, as you can see, I have 6 coins in front of me. You must arrange them so there are 4 in a row, before both vertical and horizontal. Oh, and here's the fun part. You can only move 1 coin. Do you think you can do it, Mr. Hyde? Okay, I'll give it a try. But if I win, you have to tell me about your past. Deal? Agreed. Agreed. Ah. Sorry, I'm going into my Bane voice there. Okay. Right. Christ. I'm trying to remember this puzzle here. I think it's like moving this one to the top. This is the one that's it? I don't know. Chat must be, yeah, as usual. So this one. Ah. That's the puzzle. So you put the bottom coin on top of the one above it, and there we go. Apparently, that's correct. There. Oh, you solved it. Wonderful. Perhaps it was too easy for you. Very well then, as promised, I'll tell you a little bit about my past. I'm listening. The truth is, there's not much. This is not my first stay at this hotel. Wait a minute. You stayed here before? Yes, I have. I first stayed here 20 years ago. Then I returned 10 years later. Wait, you came to this hotel 20 years ago? And then again 10 years ago? That's correct. Back then, the stories about room 215 didn't exist. It all happened so long ago. At that time, I was working in Las Vegas. Seriously? So what do you do? Professional gambler? No, nothing so glamorous, I'm afraid. I was a magician. Yes, before I lost this eye, I used to entertain huge crowds of people. You were a magician? Hi, my man. Do I have something special for you? This brother is the best bourbon in the house, aged 12 years. Oh my, look at the time. I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I must be off. Thank you for engaging this old lady in such spirited conversation, Mr. Hyde. Please enjoy the rest of your drink. Bartender, Would you please help me to my room? Uh, yeah, sure. Yo, Hyde. Looks like I gotta run Grandma Patch back to her room. Can you keep an eye on the place till I get back? Sure. Helen and Lewis leave the bar together. Oh, so... There's some matches. What's this? Can you solve this puzzle? The goal is to create 3 squares. The hard part is to do so by taking away four of the matches. Okay. So. Simple enough. That should do it. Who's there? Well, if it isn't Mr. Hyde. Oh, you. Are you the only one here? Yeah, the bartender had the bartender had to step out, but he'll be back. Yes, I should have expected that in this place. So, are you heading for bed, Mr. Hyde? I would hate to interrupt your leaving. No. The bartender asked me to hold the fort until he gets back, which will probably take a while. Oh, I see. I can't imagine why I'm asking you this, but would you like to have a drink together? We can either be fully on rude, and well, we can either be rude in 2 ways. We can either say no thanks or do what you want. And, I'll just say do what you want. Yeah. Hell, if I drink and you drink and we're in the same room, I can't stop it. How could I refuse an offer like that? But I should warn you. Folks say I get pretty mean when I drink. You don't say. Yeah, of course I black out all the time, so I can't really say if it's true or not. Truly? Jack the Knuckles. Things are covered in scars, and I don't remember any of them. You really are unbelievable, Mr. Hyde. And after that tale, I certainly don't want to share a drink with the likes of you. No better way to shake an unwanted drinking partner. Nice, so now it's 20 past 9. Right, let's do another one of these match puzzles. So what's this? Can you solve this puzzle? The goal is to create 3 triangles. The hard part is so you can take away 6 of the matches. Okay. So with this one, lose this, that, and that. There we go. Simple enough. That wasn't too tough. Who's there? And a fine evening to you, Mr. Hyde. Summer. Don't you have a book to plagiarize or something? So this is where you have sought refuge from the weight of this cruel world. I thought you might be in your room, but I found it empty. You've been looking for me? Why? Our last discussion ended on somewhat awkward terms. I had hoped to start anew. No thanks, Shakespeare. I've got no interest in anything else you have to say. Your words wound me, sir. I had hoped to find you in a more charitable mood. Perhaps you do not appreciate the gravity of my earlier confession. The truth remains that I revealed a secret which I had guarded for 10 years, and to a traveling salesman that I had met not hours before. You are a curious fellow, sir, and I find myself in awe of your gruff nature. And so I thought we could engage in a further bout of light conversation. Mr. Hyde? Yeah? I'm finding that drinking alone is just as sad and pathetic as I thought it would be. I'll be leaving now. Do enjoy the remainder of your thrilling evening. Iris leaves the bar. Simple enough. I say. What? Who was that woman? She's the damn... She's the dame... I'm sorry, I read that as damn. She's the damn! She's the damn, man! Yeah. She's the dame staying in 216. Name's Iris. Iris? Oh no, that's not right. Hold it. Let's see. What's not right? Oh, it's nothing really. I just had the feeling I'd seen that young woman before. By the way, Mr. Hyde, I have just remembered a small nugget of that may be of interest of you. Go on. You recall asking me about Osterzone, yes? Well, during our chat, I failed to mention something about the image on my bookmark. 3 years ago, you see, that particular painting was on display, and... Somebody stole it? Oh, you knew already? Yeah. But how could you possibly know this? Not 2 hours ago, you did not even know the name of Osterzone. How did you manage to find out about the thief so quickly? Or the theft, even. Theft, not thief. Thief-theft. Thief-I-thuff. I did a little research. Research, you say? And just how did you manage this? I ain't playing 20 questions with you, pal. See you around. Wait! Please, Mr. Hyde. Just one moment, please. It is as I suspected. You, sir, are no ordinary salesman. Yes. It's clear as day now. It all makes sense. Where did you meet her? I think perhaps it was... No. I'm sorry, Mr. Hyde. I feel my memory has failed me. But if I manage to lift the fog from my mind, I shall notify you post-haste. That was in relation to Iris, for one reason. You figured something out? Just a bit of deductive reasoning is all. I am, after all, a mystery novelist first and foremost. I couldn't help but attempt to grasp your true nature. A thieving mystery novelist. You claim to know nothing of Osterzone or his work, and yet you seem quite well informed of this matter. How is that? You are also employed as a salesman, but lack even the most rudimentary people skills. So what can we deduce from this? Maybe I can deduce my fist to your face. Bet that would shut you up. That's the drink talking, Kyle. Don't listen to the drink, man. But enough of wordplay. It is time to, as they say, lay my cards on the table. You, sir, are on the trail of Osterzone's stolen masterpiece. Yes, a work such as an angel opening a door must be insured for insured for a pricely sum. I summarize that you are in the employment of this insurance company. You have been hired to track down the painting and return it to the rightful owners. He's going like, ah, fucking hell. The salesman act is nothing more than a cheap deception. Now that, sir, is deduction. Behold the power of my reasoning and wit. You done making stuff up? What? Are you telling me that this is not your purpose here? Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Oh, but I had deduced. I was so certain of it. Well, I'm certain that you're an idiot, and only one of us is right. And I'm drunk. And I'm the drunk one here, and I make more sense. And you couldn't deduce your way out of a wet paper sack. That's why your books ain't selling too well these days. I see. I suppose I should thank you for such honest advice. But know this. The more you resist and the more determined I aim to learn about you. Make no mistake about it, Mr. Hyde. I shall discover your true identity. Summer leaves the bar. I've had about enough of that guy. What did he do? Swallow a dictionary? Nice. Right, okay. Got to wait for Lewis to get back. Alright. So I guess I have to do the matches again. Jesus. It's like I did them. I already did them. Oh, never mind. That's Lewis back. Yo, Hyde. Thanks for watching the place. Anyone swing by while I was out? Two cats showed, but they both left. Aw, man. Wish they'd stuck around till I got back. You're better off this way. Trust me. That's bad, Hyde. I thought you'd know how to deal with customers by now. You're supposed to be a salesman, right? Lewis, you're making... Lewis, you're making my head hurt. Sorry, man. Didn't mean to bring you down. It wasn't you. I think I'm done here. Okay, cool. Well, the bar's open till midnight, so swing back if you get bored, okay? We still gotta have that drink together. Cool. Well, now that Lewis is back, I can leave. Oh, there's Rosa in the hallway. She's gotta stop us. Oh, Mr. Hyde. Good evening. You're still cleaning? Oh, yes. Clean, clean, clean. That's all poor Rosa does. This old hotel's about to fall apart, you know. Sometimes I think I'm the only thing that keeps it going. Besides, the key to good housekeeping is sticking with it. Can't let the dirt win. I guess not. So, where were you, huh? Did you stop by the bar? Yeah. Oh, and how was it? Not too bad. That's good to hear. Dunning decided to let Lewis manage the bar all by his lonesome. That boy. When it comes to cleaning, he just wants to loaf, but he loves that bar. Seems so. Well, that's Lewis for you. I wish he would put the same effort into helping me, but Willie, not on your life. How long has that bar been here? Oh, quite a while. I heard it was open to celebrate the hotel's 10th anniversary. Me? I think it's too small. I think it's too small for, but folks seem to be taken with it anyway. It's always full, and the folks there always leave me a terrible mess. Interesting. So when was the 10th anniversary? Well, let's see. The hotel was built 20 years ago. That was 1959, so 1969, if my maths is right. And I just know it is. 10 years ago. Wait a second. That incident with the missing kid happened about 10 years ago. So I heard about a strange incident that went down 10 years ago. You know anything about that? Oh. That simple response has garnered a question. Of course. So the story's true. So you heard, did you? I can just guess who told you. A little bird. I just bet. Well, I'm a terrible liar, so I guess I can't pretend not to know. So it's true? Yes, Mr. Hyde, it's true. Every word. That's interesting. Ha! Oh, Rosa fooled you real good. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Hyde. What? Oh, you should have seen your face. Whew! No, I'm afraid it's just a rumor. But when I started here, I thought it was true too. Rosa, you made a joke? Did it hurt? Oh, hush now! Anyway, when I first asked Dunning if it was true, he flat out laughed at me. And here I was, hoping to get a peek at the ghost. What silliness! That's one word for it. Is that from the Book of Rosa there? Dunning said that this kind of thing happens all the time. I'm slurring my own words, I know. Meh. What with hotels changing owners and closing down and so forth? Well, rumors get started and folks talk about ghosts and murders, and there you go. Oh, look at me chatting away like I have all the time in the world. So much cleaning still to do. And look at the time. Busy, busy, busy. I'll get out of your hair. Oh, but Mr. Hyde, maybe you want to hear more about the hotel's history, hmm? Well, if I were you, I'd ask Dunning himself. Yes, I would. I'm sure the old coot is around somewhere. I'll do that. You will? Good. And I'll get back to my cleaning. Good. Let's move on. Right, so first, we're going to go back here. Here's the vending machine from earlier. Now, let's let's look at the vending machine first. Let's look at our notepad. Okay. So, I don't have a calculator on me. Well, actually, no, I do have actually a calculator, so let's give this a shot. Where's my calculator? Ah, there it is. Simple enough. Okay. So, we're gonna do a simple well, I say simple mathematical question, so let's pull this over. So, there we go. All right. Okay. So 16 plus 48 plus 53 plus 47. That gives us 164. Now, we'll take that total and take 39 away minus 54 and then minus 28. And that will give us an answer of 43. So let's give that a shot. Check the vending machine. Need coins, huh? Well, let's get our items, get our coins, and use coins. There's a coin slot on the front of the machine. And let's give this a shot. Alright. So let's put in 43. Hey, we got a Pinky Rabbit. Something fell out of the vending machine. I got a Pinky Rabbit doll. Pinky Rabbit, huh? Better than a poke in the eye, I guess. I think we can get multiple things from here, so... It's like... Yeah, we can also choose any of the numbers here. So we got like, you know, candy cane. It's like nougat chew, chocolate bar, and some potato chips and stuff like that. So or crisps as we call it here in the UK. But no, we got the main prize. We got the the main prize to get that special prize that we were meant to get. So yeah. Okay, so with that said, let's get on back to what we need to do. All right, we need to go back to the restaurant. Okay. Yeah, don't mind me, Rosa. Ah, there he is. Huh? Wait, that looks like... Yep, that's Dunning. Oh, it's Dunning. What is he looking at? I'm interested in the now. Hey there.
Huh? Oh, it's you, Mr. Hyde. What do you need?
Tell me about the hotel's history.
Its history? Now why on earth would you want to go asking about that nonsense?
I'm a curious guy. Look, I was just down in the bar, and someone told me a little bit about it. Said the bar was built for the hotel's 10th anniversary. Is that true?
So you heard, did you?
Right. Has it always been called Hotel Dusk?
Yep. Been the same since day one. Apparently, the fellow who built this place gave it that name. He went up on the roof after they'd finished building and took a look at the sunset. The fellow was so impressed, he named the joint Hotel Dusk. That's what I heard, anyway. Yep, I thought about renaming the place when I started running it. But then I heard how much it costs to get a new sign. I changed my mind.
Of course, it's always the cost of things, ain't it? How long have you been running the place?
About 5 years now. I've been thinking about starting up a business when I saw this hotel for sale. The place was going for a song, so I bought it. Talk about a sucker! Should have just burnt. Should have just burned my cash in a damn hole, or buried my cash into a damn hole, not burned it. I can't read. I'm just like I can't read words right. It's my kind of problem. Ah.
I need a drink. Oh dear.
Oh dear. I thought a hotel. Sorry. I thought a hotel would be a perfect perfect way to make some quick scratch, snatch, whatever. I don't know. Scratch. Probably it was scratch. Cash, whatever. Of course, after opening, I did nothing but break my back all day, every day. Can't tell you how many times I thought about hightailing it back to my old job. But I tied my belts and kept the hotel running. Thanks to good people like yourself, of course.
What did you do before you ran this place?
What? You mean my job? Ain't no business of yours.
Hey, just curious. You're a real piece of work, Dunny. Makes me wonder how you got started.
Well, I'll save you the trouble of listening. Ain't a man alive with a life story more boring than mine. I ain't got a damn thing you want to hear about.
If you say so. So what were you staring at when I came in?
Pictures.
Pictures?
Yep. Take a look above the piano. See them frames? Got lots of good shots of the place in here. Or in there. They're all pictures of guests in the restaurant. Most of them from before my time here.
That old, huh?
Real comedian, aren't you, Hyde? Of course they're not around anymore. Shucks. Even a tough guy like me can get a bit weepy thinking about the past. That's enough of hearing me jaw. I gotta get back to work.
I won't stop you.
By the way, Mr. Angel in 213 called me up a few minutes ago.
Sorry, I just lost my place there.
Told me the whole mess of his is taken care of. Found his missing stuff in his own room. Just where I told him just as I told him it was. Damn kid.
Maybe you can quit this gig and go tell fortunes.
Don't I know it? Last thing I need were the cops sniffing around this joint.
So he heads out of the restaurant. And with that, actually, let's have. No, I didn't mean to do that. I will look at these paintings and newspaper articles. No? Okay. Beautiful woman singing on stage. So it was taken in the hotel's grand opening. Thought it was old and it's hard to make out. Good meal. Looks like a photo of people who stayed here once upon a time. Must be older than Helen. Okay. Okay, we're done. Let's head on out then. Mr. Hyde! What now? You're still here? Is that a problem? Oh, no. Just the opposite. It's perfect. Just perfect. Rosa, slow down for a second. What do you want, Rosa? Oh, good. I knew you'd agree if I asked nicely. I'm not talking to Summer again. Just listen. It's about the restaurant. See, sometimes when our guests order wine, they like to keep the labels. Well, when that happens, we always deliver it to their room later. But I'm as busy as can be, and Lewis has to run that darn bar of his. So neither of us can spare the time to do it. And then when I saw you, I thought... You thought I'd do it. Oh, aren't you sharp? Yes, that's my thought exactly. What do I get out of this deal? I'll give you a free breakfast tomorrow morning. Keep talking. Food. Keep talking. We've got fresh blueberry muffins and my very own Spanish omelets. Sounds good. So you'll do it! Oh, say you will, Mr. Hyde. Sure. Fine. Who wants this damn label? Language! Language, Kyle! Language! Hey, Rosa. Bite me. And the label goes to Mrs. Parker up in room 212. The old woman. It's quite a touching story, actually. You see, Mrs. Parker ordered wine 10 years ago when she came with her friend. So tonight, the poor woman ordered that same wine. That same bottle of wine. Yeah, sorry, I kind of lost my voice there for a second. Sorry. I didn't want to snoop, but I watched her drink it, and she looked so sad. Well, when she finished, she started talking about this and that. And she told me how she wanted to take the label home with her. Okay, so let's follow up on... What do you mean by that? So was Helen here... who was Helen here with... who was Helen here with 10 years ago? That's what I wanted to say. I'm sure I have no idea. I told you all I know, Mr. Hyde. Why are you so nosy? It's just my way. But if I had to guess, I'd say it was her son. Yes, I would. Her son? Oh, I can't say for sure, but I'm sure it's true. You don't say. I just know it, listening to the way she was talking just now. I know she's just like me. Follow up on that. In what way, Rosa? Hold on. How is Helen Parker just like you? Her son, silly! He lives far away, just like my boy. You sure about that? Of course! Of course! Don't you know anything about relationships? Don't you know anything about families? Ha! Well, kind of. Stop confusing me. Listen, I may not know the first thing about her personal life, but I know I'm right. I'd stake my mop on it. Wait, you have a son? Yes, I do, Mr. Hyde. Is that a surprise to you? My boy lives in Manhattan. Manhattan, huh? What's he like? Your son, I mean. And what's he doing in New York? He works on Mall Street. Or Wall Street, even. No kidding. Rosa the Wonder Maid and her stockbroker's son. You got that right, Mr. Hyde. He went to a good university and found himself a nice place to work. I bet you're proud of him. Mm-hmm. Yes. I guess it seems like that from your point of view. You're not proud of him? It's not that, Mr. Hyde. It's just he doesn't understand me one bit. Well, you're you're a pretty complex person.
Do you know what he said to me? Do you? He told me to quit my job. Can you imagine? Come to New York, he says. We'll live together, he says.
Sounds like a nice offer to me.
Oh, and what about it? What about it?
Oh, sorry.
And what about it strikes you as nice? I do good, honest work here. I support myself and my own two hands. I'm not so old that I need my son to take care of me. And I'm sure not changing my life just because he says so. Not me. Not Rosa.
This is a familiar tune. She sounds just like my mother.
Well, thank you in advance, Mr. Hyde.
So where's this wine bottle?
Well, let's see. 2 of them are in the kitchen, and 1 is in the restaurant.
Sounds like the old lady has a serious drinking problem. Damn straight. If she was able to drink 3 bottles of wine in a matter of an hour or 2 hours, even. Jesus.
Don't tease, Mr. Hyde. We had 3 guests ordered wine tonight. Mrs. Parker only had 1. Mr. Summer drank the second bottle, and the 3rd was the young woman in 216, Iris. I think her name is. Anyway, I was so busy when I was clearing up the tables and cooking and so forth, and well, I just lost track of which bottle belonged to her.
That omelet better be worth it.
Oh, it is. Don't you worry. Anyway, could you please find her bottle? When you do, just peel the label off and deliver it to her room, okay? Good! I've got laundry to do, so I can't talk anymore. Busy, 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 you know. And thank you again, Mr. Hyde.
Rosa hurries off. And time passes. So now it's 20 to 10. Oh boy. Alright, so now when you're not playing this and you kind of don't know where you need to go, well, let's go to the restaurant first. Because, yeah, I there were points where I was kind of like questioning where I needed to be. You know, where I could find, where, what bottles what and whatnot, so. This is a bottle of rosé. Alright, so I need to know which bottle is what, so. There's one. There's another. This is a bottle of white wine. So who had white wine? I could probably ask... There's wine bottle next to the microwave ovens. This is a bottle of red wine. So who had red wine? Right, so I think the person we would know who knew who drank what might have been, you know, Lewis here. Got a minute? What? I'm working, man. Catch me later. Ah, damn it. Damn it all! Okay, so who am I supposed to know? Okay. Alright, so I have to go to different rooms, so Who is it? Kyle Hyde. Do you have some business with me, Mr. Hyde? I got something to ask you. You had wine with dinner, right? But of course, food without wine is like a body without a soul to fill. It's what kind? Well, it was white. Yes, a crisp Chardonnay with hints of apple and a rich. Don't care. Oh, I see. Well, I guess we are finished here. Yes. Well, good evening, sir. Right. So he had the white wine. So now we'll need to know what Iris had, and we'll find her at her one at room 216, which is opposite ours. So let's give us a knock. Give it a knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Yes? Who's there? It's me, Kyle Hyde. Mr. Hyde, I figured you would be drunk in a ditch by now. You and me both, sister. I'll make it quick. You drank wine with dinner, right? Why? Why did you want to? Why did you want to see if there was any left? I don't suppose you remember what kind. Rose. And it was quite nice. Why on earth are you asking me this? Just checking. Don't mind me. So you came up to my room to ask me? So that's it? Nothing more? Well, good night then. There she goes. Right, so now that by the project of elimination, she had rosé, Summers had white wine, so we need to take the one that has red wine stapled, the red wine label. So, and I think the red wine one was this one, I think. Red wine. I bet this is the bottle Helen ordered. Looks like there's still a bit of wine in the bottom of the bottle. I don't need the whole bottle, just the label. Well, give me the bottle then. Or give me the label. What? Okay, what do I need? Oh, I know. Yeah, you can't simply just take the label off. Yeah, you need to take it off with something. Actually, do I have it with me, or I need to check my items? No, don't have it with me. So. Need to go back to my room. And go through my I'm using up all my sales products. You know, that's a sensible thing for me to do. So use up all your sales products. That'll work. Yeah. Anyway, it's this box. You should get the label off in no time. Adhesive remover. Right, with that done, let's head on off. Get that label. Simple enough, you know. Oh yeah, XSplit updated and whatnot, and yeah, it's very hard to tell. Yeah, only one viewer. Oh, because the number next to the viewer count on XSplit is very close to the the kind of like colon. I think it's colon. Uh, and yeah, it's very hard to see. But anyway, let's use the adhesive remover. So. And put that all over that label. And just peel the label off. Simple enough. There we go. Take the wine label. Wonder what kind of memories this wine holds to that old gal. Guess it's time she and I had ourselves another chat. We're gonna be drilling some questions from this old granny. Seriously, Kyle just has a very nosy demeanor, doesn't he? Kind of weird. Right, which room is she in? I believe she is in room 212. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's start this. Oh, Mr. Hyde, what brings you here? Rosa had her hands full. She asked me to bring you this wine label. You came all this way just for me. Please, please come in. Okay, let's start talking to you. I'm sorry you had to run all over the hotel for my sake. Don't worry about it. I got nothing better to do. Oh, what rot. I'm sure you're a very busy man. But now that you're here, please feel free to sit for a spell. My room is your room. Thanks. Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah? Oh, yes, dear. Don't you get excited when friends come to play or pay you a visit? Like I say, or if they come and play some games, maybe some Smash. Everybody loves Smash. Everyone likes to have visitors. And you're not just any visitor. I find your conversations quite peculiar, Mr. Hyde, but in a very good way. And you make me feel like I did 10 years ago. Yeah. Or, yeah? What happened 10 years ago? Oh, nothing. I'm just reminiscing. Please forgive this old woman her fancy. The old gal is hiding something. Time to drag it out of her. But, Mr. Hyde, I thought you brought a wine label for me. Yeah, here we go. Here's your label. Oh, thank you. This is simply wonderful. It will make for such a nice memory. Mind if I ask you something?
And what would that be?
Rosa said you shared that wine with someone a few years ago. Who was it?
Does it really matter?
Actually. It isn't the end of the world, but it's been bugging me for a while.
Oh?
You told me you've been here before. So when did you share a bottle of wine with someone?
Mr. Hyde, you are persistent. If you must know, that day took place 10 years ago.
So the guy you met 10 years ago, what happened to him? She looks pretty shaken up. Let me guess. Yeah, he's not dead. So, not everyone dies in mystery novels, people, you know. So, they could be missing in action. You don't know where he is, do you?
I'm sure he's fine. It's just... we just haven't been in contact since that day.
Let's talk about the person you met 10 years ago. Yeah. The person is pretty special to you, right?
Oh, yes. That person meant the world to me. But then I betrayed him.
Betrayal! Let's press forward on this. Why did you betray him?
Because I'm selfish. Because I was thinking only of myself. Of what I thought I wanted. I left him behind, Mr. Hyde. I abandoned him.
I wouldn't think it would be hard to contact this mystery person. But I bet I know why you haven't. You think about him a lot, don't you?
Oh, yes. Each and every day. I want so badly to see him again. But alas, I cannot. I can't bear the thought of causing the boy more grief.
I think I know who you're talking about.
But how?
It's your son, isn't it? Let's see if Rosa knows her hunches.
Yes. That was the man I met 10 years ago. My only son.
What's his name?
Alan.
Alan, huh? Your son's name is Alan?
Yes, that's correct. Alan Parker.
Nice name.
We met here for dinner 10 years ago, and then went our separate ways.
Any chance you gave him a fountain pen?
Why, yes. Yes, I did. But how on earth could you possibly know that?
You gave him that pen, huh? Wait right here.
What does this have to do... Does this have to do with Alan's pen?
Yeah. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
All right.
Right. Summer! I need that pen! Summer! Open the door! Who is it? Kyle Hyde. It's the pizza man. Who do you think? Do you have some new business with me, sir? Yeah, your fountain pen. I need it. My pen? But you gave it to me not 2 hours ago. Why do you now decide? Just give me the damn pen! All right. I take the fountain pen back from Summer. This should do it. At the risk of having your response delivered to the bridge of my nose, don't ask. Very well. Toodle pip. Right. Good evening, Mr. Hyde. Won't you come inside? So I just met you like 5 seconds ago. Anyway. Let us show her the pen. Ever seen this before? Where did you get this? It's his. It's my son's. So this is your son's pen, huh? That's correct. I gave it to him 10 years ago, when we were finally reunited. Just one question after another, I know, it gets a little boring, doesn't it? You hadn't seen him for a while, huh? It was because I left him behind. I abandoned him, Mr. Hyde. I walked out on his life. Mr. Hyde. You must tell me. How did that pen come to be in your possession? I found it in the restaurant. A guest dropped it. A guest dropped it? You say? So my son... That means Alan is in this hotel. No, he's not. But then, who dropped the pen? If not him? A friend of his. Well, he's not much of a friend, actually. But why? How? Oh, this is all too much. Alan is missing. The guy with the pen is looking for him. My boy is missing? Please, Mr. Hyde, tell me that is not true. As I understand it, Alan wrote a book, and this chump stole it from him. Sounds like your boy was shook up about it, and vanished soon after. That can't be. Wish I had bad news for you, but there it is. My son had always dreamed of being a writer. On that night, 10 years ago, he told me that he'd almost achieved his dream. It was hard work, but I knew he would never give up. It was his dream, after all. Oh, to think that it has been taken away from him. It breaks my heart. It truly does. Yeah. That's a shame. Tell me about this thief, Mr. Hyde. Why? I want to find the man who stole his work and make him pay. Look, you're a tough broad, and I like that. But it's too late. The guy who plagiarized your son's novel has already fessed up. He's searching for your son, so he can clear things up and make amends. I think the real question is whether or not your son will forgive him. I have faith that he will forgive this man. I know my boy, Mr. Hyde. Alan will surely forgive him. You seem pretty sure. That's just the way he is. His heart is large,
and he has forgiven greater trespasses before this. After all, he forgave his own mother for turning her back on him.
She's finally going to spill it.
Mr. Hyde, may I implore you for a favor? Would you lend your ear to a sad and shameful story?
Go ahead. We're all ears, Grandma.
Years ago, you see, there lived an absolute fool of a woman. In her youth, she became entrapped with show business and magic. But then she married, and her husband convinced her to settle down. She agreed, but she secretly yearned for a return to the bright lights and the glory. In time, the pull of the stage became too great, and she abandoned her family. At first, her return to the world of magic filled her with life, filled her life with color. She had chosen the path of the entertainer once more. It became her everything. The woman lived for the moment when applause swept over her like a wave. But to her dismay, the more acclaim she received, the emptier she began to feel. Suddenly being known as the greatest magician of all time mattered not a jot.
Not a jot? First time I've heard that term.
All she could think of was meeting the son she left behind so long ago. What a fool she was!
So the woman sets up a meeting with her son.
No, not at first. Their first encounter was a simple twist of fate. The woman had been called to perform at the grand opening of a new hotel, and by the strangest of chances, her son was invited to the same party. When she saw him, she was filled with fear, and certain he would be enraged. But instead, he took her by the hand and forgave her. That day, they made a promise to each other. A promise to meet in 10 years at the same hotel. And 10 years later, they did that very thing. The boy told her of her own dream, of how he longed to become a writer. And the woman presented her son with a small fountain pen to help him on his way. It was the first and last gift she ever gave him, or so I hear. They made no more promises, arranged no more meetings. The year after meeting her son at the hotel, the woman quietly retired. And this time, she walked away from the stage for good.
So where'd she go next?
This is the end of my story, Mr. Hyde. She went where she went and how she spent her days after that, no one knows.
Yeah? Well, let me tell you what I heard.
Oh?
The woman's son told his thieving pal how much the hotel meant to him. Said it was the most special place in the world. A place filled with memories that he treasured more than anything. At least, that's what I heard.
Oh, Mr. Hyde.
I think you should have this pen. Maybe you can give it back to its owner someday.
I don't know what to say.
Anyway, sorry to take up all your time. I'll see you around. And there we go. That's that little story cleaned up. Good. Alan is Helen's son. Didn't see that one coming. Summer will do backflips when he hears this. I guess I should tell him. Okay, Hyde. Time to think. Take a second and get your thoughts together. Okay, quiz time, people. Get ready to play. Okay. Just before 9, I made my way down to the bar for a couple of drinks. Lewis was working the bar and doing a damn fine job of it. The next person to stumble into the bar was that Iris, Helen, or Summer? Now, of course, all three did actually make it into the bar, but who was first? Yeah, was it Iris, Helen, or Summer? Go ahead. I'll wait. I need to stretch my legs anyway. Or arms. Just... Ha! You done? You made a choice? Okay. Well, the correct answer was B. Helen. Yes. She was the first to come in. That's right. The old lady from 212, Helen Parker, was the next person to enter the bar. Me and Helen shot the breeze while she slipped a gimlet. The drink loosened her up, and she told me how she'd stayed here before. After a couple of drinks, I decided to split the bar. I picked Rosa and Dunning's brains to learn more about the hotel's history. I didn't get much, but what they did spill was pretty interesting. For one, the bar was built for the hotel's 10-year anniversary, which means the hotel was built 20 years ago. Also, I got Dunning to talk about when he took over the place. It was it A, 5 years ago, B, 6 months ago, or 3, or 3, or C, or C, 3 years ago. So A, 5 years, B, 6 months, or C, 3 years. Yeah, go ahead. It's just I need to get a drink anyway, so. Nice. A, B, or C. Go ahead. Take a choice. Pick a choice. Any choice. Is it the top, the middle, or the bottom? Say what you see. No, wait, that's a completely different reference altogether. Sorry. Anyway, you made a choice? Go on. Do it. Well, the answer is A. 5 years ago. That's right. 5 years ago. He put down cash for the place and took over the same day. Next, Rosa came by and made me deliver a wine label to Helen. After ransacking the whole place for the ball, I finally got the label. What kind of wine was she drinking again? Was it A, white wine, B, rosé wine, or C, red wine? A, B, or C, people? Go ahead. Take a choice. Yes. Just simple choice. Simple matter of multiple choice. Go ahead. Simple enough. Yes. Of course it is. Of course. You got it? Yes? Oh, good. Good. What was the answer? Well, the answer was C. Red wine. Yes. Debonair. That's right. Helen had a bottle of red. Went for the same stuff she had 10 years ago. When I dropped off the label, Helen was all smiles and started chatting. We got to talking about who she came here with 10 years ago. Her companion's name was it A, Dunning, was it B, Alan, or C, Kevin? Kevin? As in Kevin Eva? How can that be? Time travel! Ah! Nah, it's not that, Kevin. No, it wasn't you, Kev. Sorry. My mistake. Me making a simple mistake of thinking that every Kevin is the same Kevin that I know. I'm a silly man. Silly man. Anyway. A, B, or C. Go ahead. Pick a choice. Any choice. Yeah. You know? Oh, of course. We just knew about it. It was Alan. B. Beaver Allen. That's right. It was her son, Alan. That was simple enough. I found out that the pen Summer dropped is the same one that Helen gave her son. I told Helen, and she spilled her entire life story. I ain't much for sob stories, but I listened as patiently as I could. Helen told me that she left her son to become was it A magician? Was it B, a bartender? Or C, a detective? That would actually be quite interesting. Indeed. Yes, it would. A, B, or C? Go ahead. Pick a choice. I mean, granted, we already know what the answer is, but because you just literally saw it like minutes ago. So, go on. Do it. Hey, do it. You know, pick a choice. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It is simple A, B, or C. Do it, man. I'm just going through different voices and whatnot. A, B, or C, come on. You know, pick a choice. You know, it's alright. It's all good. You can do it, right? Well, the answer was A. A magician. So, don't know what I'm doing with my arm there. That's right. A magician. Still can't wrap my mind around that one. She left her family to pursue the dream, and it's tortured her ever since. I hope she sleeps better tonight. Night has fallen over the city and the hotel. I know the dark. It's a cover that lets people's bad sides run wild. Envy, doubt, grief. They all come out at night. Bradley, what do you think of at night when the darkness comes? I've got until dawn to find out. And ladies and gentlemen, we are done for tonight. As that was Chapter 6, done and dusted. So thanks very much for watching and enjoying this playthrough of Hotel Dusk, Room 215. Oh dear. Oh. Whew. You know the problem of holding that thing in the same position and your like, hand just cramps up. Or your wrist or whatever. Oof. Ow.